Alright, so just finished reading this week's comics. It's 4 of them. It's pretty small, but they're pretty good. The first one, Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu 15. This was good. It felt a little fast-paced, but it was still good. And seeing Clea again, too. I like McKay's Moon Knight is so good, and the ending is really interesting. I'm really wondering, where is Mark Spector? Where is Moon Knight? These panels that the page right here that they show here is really interesting. I have no theory on what it could be, but this is also a pretty good end to this arc. It wasn't the great, I mean, it wasn't, there's nothing bad in McKay's Moon Knight, but it just didn't feel as strong as other arcs, but this was still really good. The Avengers 33, another McKay book. This is alright. I don't care for the Twilight Court, but I did think this was actually really interesting and how it connects back to the whole run, how the Impossible City was Camelot and it was the Twilight Court's ship. I can't remember a single member of the Twilight Court's name other than like Arthur and like Lancelot, but it was still interesting. I wish McKay would focus more on the Avengers, but because this whole issue was not about Avengers, but you know, we'll see if his run ends soon. I have a feeling it will, but 800 is next. G.I. Joe 16, Dreadnought War Part 4. This is another good issue. I really love the art and the color. It's like probably my favorite thing about this book. This was super fun as well. The giant fight scene. I love Duke. Duke is awesome. And Colonel Hawk, he was also pretty cool, like beating on, like I just showed that. But this was another good issue, and Dreadnought War has been pretty great. I'm really liking it. I felt like the last couple issues have been alright with like the whole Baroness and CoverGirl stuff, but I'm really liking this. Then, I think it's my favorite, Absolute Flash number 10. I'm really loving how Wally's powers are showcased, how he's seeing the past, but also seeing the future, and what all the stuff we're learning is really interesting, because I think the Flash is probably my favorite DC hero, other than like Batman or Superman, of course, but I'm just really liking how they're showing Wally's powers and how he views time is really interesting, I think, and Thawne now being part of this and saying there can only be one makes me think it's like in the Flash show, at one point they have it to be where there has to be one person in the Speed Force to keep it together. So I'm wondering if it's only like a one person can be outside of the Speed Force, or Flash World is what it says right here, next Flash World. But maybe it's the opposite of the Flash show, which I think would be really interesting, but this was really good.